turn down the volume even more because today's test is another loud DOS game. We'll see how that goes. Shields and orbital defense and planetary attacks and stuff. There's a pretty strong theme in the kinds of games that I tend to play. Resource management strat sims, which I would count this among them. This and Lords of the Realm and Civ all sit in that same kind of category. This is the longest I've ever sat through the credits, so let's get it. I don't have any saves. 1 through 5 are your options there. I think I'll just start with something itty-bitty to show this. I always choose Silicoid just because I can, from the start, build anywhere in any environment. Otherwise, I like Cylons. Because science, but Silicoid and purple are actually my default. And I name my planets in order. If it has a name, I'm not going to be able to keep track of it, so I give them numbers. I'm actually going to leave this up because it's helpful. It means I don't have to explain it. Producing ships, producing defenses, industry, ecology is improving. That's where your terraforming is. That's where your ecological measures for people that aren't these guys are for keeping your environment non-toxic. That's not an issue with them. And technology is just that. You need technology to be able to go farther and go faster and offense and defense and all the things, research. And that being able to lock the bars in place as a ratio of your total production, things will change it whether or not you want them to. But no, yeah. You start with some default designs, and they're less efficiently built than you could make them if you made them right now, and most of them are useless just generally. So I tend to go in and delete all of them, and then start fresh. And then every time you have new tech, you can make the same thing more efficiently, so renewing them and stopping building old designs when they're upgradable. And most of this isn't relevant super early, except, maybe scouting, but I cheat with that one particular thing. The first things I do are fuss with ship designs and tech balance, because there's a balance to the research. You can, like with this, appropriate across a spectrum of areas, and I rebalance it from the default, and then save. So I have a go back to my start without having to redo all the basic shit. So, where our little purple ship here? I don't remember how to. If I click on the map, oh good, I am in a corner. I like starting in a corner, but I can. It's a small map, so really I'm on this side, and the other guy's over there somewhere. They do tell you that, and then nothing else. At the start, but oop, what the? That's not what I'm. Um, I think I'm just doing it wrong. It's been so long. Um, there we go. I couldn't remember what I had to hold down while typing galaxy to get a fleshed out galaxy map. Oh, there's only one dud, and it's way over there. That's good. Anything else I can just go to readily. And Orion's closer to me than you. That also helps. Mm, dud. Um, so that's the one thing I do. Not that it matters as what are you? And your starting ships can go a max of 3 parsecs. So that's close enough. And then from there, these would both be close enough. Um, these are too far. And I don't actually need the scouts. Um, now, I don't scrap the designs they start with, but oh, cancel. Um, this will show you this layout, but you can also see this, and this is where you scrap them. I don't need these, and they're not as efficient, so this lets me just get rid of the design. Until these have been used up, if I scrap their design, um, I have scrapped them as well, so I don't want to scrap that colony ship design until I've used that colony ship there. Um, I don't have anything to do here yet because I haven't met the humans. Um, this is a nice visual breakdown of stuff. You can see that maintenance is costing a not insignificant amount. Um, you can also see it here, but and then there's this, and it will tell you what the thing you're working on next is. I don't really care about that thing, but the stuff after it matters. I prefer to go about that other ways, but again, you have to get through the tech you don't want to get to the stuff you do. Um, this doesn't matter so much for my particular start, but and these are actually the techs we already have, I think. Um, yeah, this is all the basic stuff that you start with. And yeah, some of it's just not helpful to the way I play. Um, scanner, robot controls, being able to automate has some helpful aspects. Um, reducing waste, again, doesn't really matter for these guys, but there are other things that are less useless from construction. Um, terraforming, being able to have more people on any type of planet, regardless of what other tech it requires for you to inhabit it, um, is nice. Um, but I want to. It will default to lumping things at the bottom, but what I want is an empty set of bars so that I can. Redistribute. I think. I don't remember how I actually like to prioritize, but I guess that'll do for now. I don't really want to lock them in position. You can get through all the offerings on some faster than others, and then you want to redistribute from there. But fussing with that for a long time wouldn't be helpful. Oh, so at the start, well, I suppose I can show you on other things, but the huge one can't sustain improvement here. The others can. Um, tells you of all the space, how much different upgrades take. and how much they add to the building cost. Oh, that's why you don't have space for other things, is those fuel tanks take up a lot of space on stuff. Um, at the start, this takes up enough space that you can't hit their darker grayed out because that won't fit in something else. Um, and you can try and give it other stuff, but you don't generally need to. Um, if you're playing a race that can't build everywhere to start with, creating a version that also has reserve fuel tanks, just so that you can get it out farther, um, makes some degree of sense, but they're expensive, and I don't want to design anything else right now. Um, that's going to do its thing, and there. Oh, there's. That's not what I want to see. This um, factories, population in tens, so you can get some details like that without. I mean, they start with the same thing on the same kind of planet because it's such a small map. They're not very far away, but that might be okay. Um, everything else is more productive to build the more factories you have, the more production you've got. And how much production you can build is limited by your population. Now, there is technology that increases how many factories you can have per population, but there is a limit to how much you can grow that. Now, I can have just a, and that's how you lock it, a little bit of progress being made towards something. And yeah, this will take forever at that rate, but I have so little production going on. But I want more tech. Industry is important too, but now locking bars can be a way to get it to not draw from the wrong thing when you're trying to rearrange stuff. I don't need anything here. Um, I can grow my population if I dump stuff there, but I need my industry grown right now. And I put a little bit of progress on those just so that I have something in the works. But that's a very basic what I do with my first turn for this game. And it really, I think these kinds of games are pretty straightforward in the goals, and you got to build up to get there. Um, but Moo is one of my options, and feel free to let me know what you think about it. Oh, and I could also make it entirely quiet for you as well as me, but I think some people actually like hearing game noise. I don't know.